I've left perhaps the most recognizable character till last, and that's Arlecchino. A lot of these commedia characters have a modern-day equivalent, if you will. Of course, with Pulcinella, he goes through many different guises depending on which country he's in, Germany, Russia, whatever. In France, he becomes Polichinelle. In Britain, of course, he becomes Punch and Judy. Mr. Punch is effectively Pulcinella. Each culture will then take on these characters and give them certain cultural characteristics that may not be recognized by another culture, but they are effectively the same type. The last one I come to is Arlecchino, Harlequin. Harlequin goes through many different types of development over time. Bear in mind that the reason why the commedia has lasted for so long is because it changes with the times. As with anything, it develops and grows. Certain things are lost because they're no longer useful. Other things are introduced because they represent the present day or the contemporary times. And it works in that way. Like any art form, it needs to change with how the environment is surrounding it. So with the commedia, of course, it changes in that particular way. Arlecchino, he started off, and in fact, many people would say he's the original commedia character. He might have been called Giovanni originally. And one of the theories is that this Giovanni character started off as a caller in the market, that he would be paid by a market stall holder to advertise that market stall. Early form of advertising. And he'd be paid a few coins in order to say, "Come over here, he's got the best food that you can ever have in this marketplace. Don't go over there, come over here." And they'd start entertaining. It might be called Giovanni, it's a clown's name. Vanni is the shortened version. Zanni becomes the clown's name. Zany is the word that we have from that. So from Giovanni through to Zany, it's that kind of commedia type of character. With Arlecchino, he has different origins as well. That might be one of his origins as the actor. But as the character, he has different aberrations, if you will. He comes from a forest. He's a woodland nymph. If you see a picture of Harlequin, he has diamonds on his costume. You probably recognize that also from, there's a box of chocolates, I think, the Neapolitan box of chocolates, with the mask and everything. These diamonds, lozenge shapes, are actually representational of leaves from the forest. He's a forest nymph, as a forest god. He's a wicked forest god. He's an imp. He's mischievous. He's all of those things. And originally, these things wouldn't have been, if you like, drawn onto his costume. They would have been sewn onto his costume, and they'd flap around as well. He also has an origin in the slave trade, where he would be a black slave. And hence, very often you'll see the representation of that mask is a very dark mask. These are all different points from which the character might come, and then they're mixed or developed into a particular Harlequin character. So bear in mind that they're always taken on by the actor and developed and grown and used in a particular way.